today I'm going to be sharing my review of this Startso World silicone that I got on Amazon. And the first thing that I'm pulling out of the box here are these two nozzles that go on the bottles. There were 4 of these little medicine cup type measuring cups, a pair of gloves. They were pretty large, but they worked. The instructions and a thank you card, and the bottles of silicone, part A and B. And the last thing that was in the box were some mixing sticks. So I decided to go ahead and put the nozzles on both of the bottles. As you can see here, I was peeling off the seal that was under the cap, and I screwed on the nozzles to each of the bottles. So I have a cup here that I'm going to be using to mix the silicone in, and I put on the gloves, and as I said before, the gloves were a little bit large and I have a really small hand, so I had to keep readjusting the gloves throughout the process. Right here I started to squeeze the silicone into the measuring cup, although I found that the bottles were a bit stiff to be able to squeeze, so I ended up taking the nozzle off, as you can see, and I ended up just pouring it into the measuring cup and then scraping it out of that into my mixing cup. I originally was only going to do one of the measuring cups of part A and one of part B, but I was kind of unsure if I was going to have enough for what I wanted to pour, so I decided to do 2 cups of part A and 2 cups of part B. And if you're kind of new to mold making, it will take a little while for you to get the process down. I try to measure how much silicone my housings require so that I know how much part A and part B to mix to get the total amount. So I like to color my mold, so I'm adding a little bit of shimmery white pigment powder to the silicone before I start mixing. And it is important to mix silicone very similar to how you mix resin. And by that I mean you want to scrape the sides and the bottom of the container really well, and you want to mix for about 3 to 5 minutes. Prior to filming, I had already gotten these mold housings set up and ready to go. So I'm going to start by drizzling a small amount of silicone over the blanks so that I can make sure that all of the etchings are properly filled and there are no air bubbles in them. The one all the way on the right, which is an Animal Crossing leaf, didn't have etches, so you will not see me dragging the mixing stick across the top of the blank because there were no etchings to fill. So now I'm going to pour the silicone over the blanks, and I try to make my molds a little bit thicker, so I do pour a pretty generous amount over them. And I had some extra silicone left over, so I grabbed my Jigglypuff and my strawberry earrings blanks with the housings, and I repeated the same process with them, making sure that the holes in the strawberry earring blanks were filled and that there were no air bubbles, so the mold would come out looking perfect. overall, I really enjoyed using the silicone from Startso World. It has a similar pouring viscosity to Dragon Skin 10 No Vacuum, which is what I currently use, and the cure density is similar of that to Moldstar 15, which is what I used to use. It is a very dense silicone when it is cured, so it's very durable, and I would recommend this for people who are new to mold making because it has a long pot life and a long cure time. So you have plenty of time to make sure your silicone's mixed, you have plenty of time to get housing set up if you accidentally made too much silicone. So yeah, overall I would probably give it about an 8 or 9 out of 10. The only thing I personally didn't like was the long cure time because I'm impatient, and the density because I do prefer softer molds. But otherwise, I really liked this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you can, please like, save, and share. And I hope you all have a magical day.